So Devstream 158 has just ended the new war pre-Devstream, which means we have a lot to talk about. But before I get into it, I want to thank NordVPN for sponsoring this video. Click on the link in this video's description or use code TacticalPotato for a 2-year VPN plan and 1 month heavily discounted. Now, NordVPN is the best VPN out there right now for anyone looking for peace of mind while using public Wi-Fi networks or securing your personal information, your work files and so on while encrypting your internet connection and keeping your browser history private. Browser history. It's one that I've been using for about 2 years for pretty much all of its amazing features. It can connect up to 6 different devices at the same time: Windows, Mac, iOS, Android, and of course Linux as well. It's absolutely great for unlocking different regions of Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime or Prime Video, and other streaming services. I use it to switch my Netflix to the US version since the UK Netflix doesn't have the same selection of content to it. Same goes for Prime Video as well. I recently watched the Vinland Saga by connecting it to a US server with the VPN and absolutely loved it. I also used it recently to jump into the Russian version of the upcoming action RPG Lost Ark, which was really enjoyable, and being able to have that option to jump into a different region to experience that game was really nice. Now, NordVPN has over 5,200 VPN servers. The majority of those, of course, are dedicated servers from over 60 different countries as well, while not dipping your internet speed. And it boasts 24/7 live chat and email support for any issues that you may need help with. So again, make sure and click on the link in this video's description to avail of that 2-year NordVPN plan with the bonus 1 month heavily discounted. So the cinematic trailer looked incredible. I will leave a link to it in this video's description if you want to watch it, but it had a lot of emotion in it, from the Tenno's face to who we assume is Margulis to the tough choice the Tenno was looking like they had to make at the end of that trailer, and the combat sequence, except for the part where the bolter actually was powerful. It made me wish that I could actually fight like that in Warframe, where Excalibur was jumping off Rhino's back and things like that. So it was very, very appealing. Now, the release date for the new war has been confirmed as the 15th of December, so roughly 2 weeks away, which means it's not long to wait. But one thing worth noting is that apparently this quest is a big commitment, so I will let Rebecca describe what I'm talking about.
So, to begin the new war, you have to commit to the new war. I'm just going to read this verbatim.
Sure, yeah.
The new war requires several hours to complete. You will be able to pause the game and your progress will be saved between missions. Prepare wisely. Loadout access will be limited and regular Warframe activities will not be available until this quest is completed. The new war contains sequences of violence, frightening situations involving teens, and depictions of emotional abuse. It is intended for mature audiences. Don't laugh at me, it's serious.
Now, if you're looking for a little bit more information, there is a website promo page set up, which I will also leave in this video's description, for the new war, and on that site we can get a little bit more information about the quest or what other things you can expect with this update, like new weapons, new frames, new customizations, and so on. We know that Stalker will be involved somewhere. We know that we are going to get to play as Teshin, as Karl, as Viso. There is new sentient enemies to fight. There is Era, there is Ballast, there is the Maker. So it's going to be several hours long of a quest, the longest one we've ever had in Warframe, and it's one that you're going to get locked into until you actually finish that quest. You're not going to have your star chart to run any other missions. You need to finish the quest. So make sure you're ready before you commit to it. Now, apart from the quest information, the dev stream itself was pretty short and to the point. It was under an hour long, and in it we got a look at our next new Warframe. We got to see artwork of Caliban during TennoCon, but this is what he looks like for real, our upcoming sentient-based Warframe. He can summon sentients to fight beside him, but we now also know what his 4 abilities are, and of course his passive as well, thanks to that promo page. Caliban has a built-in adaptation for himself and for teammates when they're nearby within affinity range, so you're going to take less damage with a Caliban in your squad. Razor Gaia is his first ability, and this allows you to accelerate the Maelstrom, increasing your damage and dashing towards enemies. Now, hitting enemies inflicted with his Wrath ability creates a destructive blast. So it sounds a little bit like a mix of Gauss's Dash or Lavos's Dash ability. Sentient Wrath is the next ability where he will smash the ground and send a wave of damage into enemies. It will then lift enemies into the air that don't initially die from that smash, and then they will take damage over time. So I guess it's going to just hang them in the air. Lethal Progeny is the next ability where Caliban can summon 3 sentients to fight by his side and replenish his shield when he is out of combat. And then you have his ultimate, which is Fusion Strike, is where he will fire 3 beams of energy into a point and cause a massive explosion. It will then strip the armor off enemies who don't die, I guess, to the initial explosion, but walk into the fallout of that big boom. So he's got armor stripping to his arsenal as well. So that's Caliban. He looks pretty good, and it will be very interesting to get my hands on him and see how exactly he plays, and I'm sure you guys are looking forward to that as well, and what his abilities will actually be, and also what ability you're going to be able to subsume off him. Now, one point I noticed on his design is one of his shoulders is much bigger, and I know he's got that sentient thing going for him, but it kind of looks like a hinge on the shoulder. Nearly looks like that arm could elongate, and that's probably not the case. It's probably just part of the whole sentient visuals, but it would be kind of cool if maybe that was attached to one of his animations for his abilities. Maybe that ultimate where the 3 beams come out from somewhere, maybe the 2 kind of spherical objects, the 2 balls in his chest and one, I guess, maybe on his arm. Maybe that's where the 3 beams are going to come from, because they're going to have to come from somewhere, right? So he does look like a very interesting Warframe. He will also come with his very own scythe weapon, which is the Venato scythe, which apparently is forged from the limb of a wrenched off fallen Eidolon, and he's going to come with his own Sayandana and a Sugatra as well. So again, that's Caliban. Now we also got a look at Harrow Prime. This is him, and he honestly looks amazing. I think probably one of the best looking Prime frames so far. Someone in my Twitch chat, or plenty of people in my Twitch chat, said when he was revealed that how he is very visually Warhammer styled or Warhammer Priest styled. His helmet and the visor part of the front of the face look great, and that kind of gas mask aspect to it as well. And of course his Thurible is absolutely huge. Now Harrow Prime is coming with the Scourge Prime. There was no talk of the Nell Prime. However, Rebecca had got the normal Nell equipped as well, so who knows, maybe they're keeping that as a bit of a surprise. But apart from that, we only know that the Scourge Prime is coming with him. Harrow apparently will also be getting some quality of life changes once Harrow Prime arrives. His Condemn radius will scale with range mods. There is a non-scaling area of effect around Harrow for his Condemn as well. Thurible has an increased charge rate, and he will also now have a built-in preparation mod effect on your Harrow whenever you first join a mission. So you're going to join a mission and spawn in with a percentage of your energy pool already. So that's basically going to come with Harrow. There is also a Sentient Mesa and Volt skin coming with this update, it seems, if you're looking to get your hands on some Sentient themed frames. But that's pretty much the dev stream. Like I said, it is the last one, I think, of the year, and they will be going on holiday right after the new war drops, or after a week or so, once they get their, I guess, their patches and their hotfixes in there. So hopefully not a repeat of the Railjack stuff, right, like last year. But the quest is sounding very, very interesting. But that's the dev stream. As always, thanks for watching.